and just sit here and watch Parker hit creeps.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see now with level 4. I think you're either leveling up Slight or the Flame Guard. So Flame Guard's the more conservative approach. He gets that, and does get some good damage in. They are battling it out here. Parker, it's going to get him very low.
Fire. 6
TP
stacks
home?
of the spears.
He's
TPing home.
Disaster.
He's dead. Parker gets the first blood, and the tips go his way as well.
TP on cooldown. He's respawning, and he's going to have to do the old walk of shame. Back.
How'd you hit? Like, oh, come on. Hold back the Huskar as best I can. There's Parker with his armlet just going to back away. So no real concerted effort there from Infamous to push the tier 1. As they try and make a play again bottom. Malefice doesn't lead into the Infernal Blade, and the TP in from PYW. Trying to catch out Michael. They do lose the Venge, but a 1-for-1 trade in the end. Shadow Fiend a little worse for wear in his bottom lane, though, with his earn up for Frank. Some severe problems for the...
So now they've able to, you know, not getting pushed out entirely from this bottom lane. Frank being level 6, so does pose a problem for them, and they're going to fix that by rotating in DY. So they've got both supports down here, and they're looking for kills.
They've got Black Hole. Oh, he's got no mana for it, though. Stunned up, but look at Parker. Invis Huskar in with a life break straight towards the Shadow Fiend, and that's another quick kill for Infamous. While PYW gets out his carapace, but slowed to a crawl.
Oh, someone needs to finish him off.
Frank.
There we go.
Idlons. There we go. So Infamous 4 heroes strong down in the bottom lane, get the kills they need, and transfer it into a tier 1 push.
There's your answer to the Huskar question. Do you play around mid? There's a lot of Xtreme Gaming heroes. I mean, they're bringing the whole 5-man unit just to come and defend this T1 mid. Doom's not even there. He's up getting some farm in himself, so... PYW will catch the Enigma with a nice carapace here.
Good bit of damage, but Huskar back in with Black Hole to help. The swap already used, but down goes Enigma. Parker's still allowed to get damage flowing in towards Old 11, but the Light Strike Array misses, so Parker dropping quickly, and the Huskar's down. They get the big kill they needed. Old 11, a double kill for him, while Michael picks up one for himself, but it's Infamous losing heroes quickly. 3 for 3 so far with a turnaround, though. Leo Style, he's the real carry. Forgot about the Lena with her right-click damage. Gets back onto DY, and it's a 4 for 3 in the end.
Yeah, ends up being not too shabby. If you're Infamous, at least you're looking at the numbers at the top and thinking, oh, that went fine.
Utilizing the ice armor from the Ogre just to keep his cause topped up in these fights against the physical right click from the SF. Even just the ghost from the DP as well.
Oh, Huskar mid. Is he baiting or is he food?
He looks like food to me. He's going to get caught out by 4 heroes here. Burst into oblivion as Michael Leostal turning on to Old 11. Quickly realizing, though, they cannot stand their ground, and Xtreme, they fight back. The swift jump, good swap, finding the big kill they needed.
Yeah, that's oversiding in so many cases.
Especially if it's the double doom. We saw in one of those previous fights, I think it was like the SF plus the Venge, it was SF plus 1, they get Soulbind double doom, and even if you don't kill them, it's still 2 heroes out of the fight for an extended period of time. Parker, BKB's up, life breaks in, but he's dead. Lou gets the kill, and Leo Stahl being burst down as well. The physical right clicks break through the BKBs of Infamous, and the Enigma caught. The chains come out of Paparazzi, and Infamous lose 3 core heroes in a row.
Well, Infamous are looking at their watches and saying, man, time's ticking. Where is Roshan?
And look at the vision, right? Dire have vision in the enemy triangle. They will see Xtreme Gaming. All grouped up. Do they know where the Shadow Fiend is? Did the Sentry see him? He's now hitting Ancients and the Soulbind. The Double Doom, it comes in. Lou got off his BKB along with the DP. Leo Stahl and Parker jumping in with that big life break hit in, but DY with a swap out. Gets the Shadow Fiend away. Now the Black Hole catches onto the 2. But Xtreme Gaming have managed to get the SF and Ember Spirit away. Trouble being, though, gods, is Roshan is seconds away from spawning.
Black Hole, but...
Well, with Black Hole down...
Okay.
Xtreme Gaming.
Yeah. No ultis, really. No Black Hole, no Doom. I mean, Doom really is the big one for Paparazzi.
Michael, stunned. He was thinking about the blink in. Paparazzi going to kill off Affliction on the right-hand side. But in comes Parker, grabs the Aegis. Lou swapped out by DY. They've got this Soulbind onto Old 11 and Paparazzi. As Parker blows up the Venge, but a very close call as Infamous, they get the upper hand with some swift movement. Regged. Gets the break onto Huskar for a sec. Thinking about the initiation with the Inkswell. Parker just going to return to pushing high ground. Going to lose the Aegis quickly, though, but in comes Michael. Lincoln's pop sold by now. Double Laguna Blade, but Frank can't get the blink black hole he needed. There's a disarm on Husker. The swap does catch out Michael, so Doom gone. And Paparazzi diving into backlines, looking for Axel. Oh, it is time to scramble and run away, Infamous. You've used BKBs on all your heroes, and Frank doesn't have an opportunity to black hole. Lincoln's there as Parker, BKB TP, he'll get out. But the rest of his squad, not so lucky.
Yeah, Frank didn't go for the TP during his BKB, perhaps thinking the Exorcism was going to shred him down, but really the fight, as soon as that Doom goes down, dream item. You're so happy finding that one over the Aghanim Scepter, and suddenly you've found yourself a nice little win condition here if you're Infamous. You're thinking this double black hole, that gives, like, we can have one get insta-cancelled by a swap and still get that second one off.
Oh, the jump in. They've caught out the Doom. SF offering so much damage, and the Grimstroke, who just bought back, dies back. 3v5 now as Leo style BKB TPs. Parker gonna try to do the same thing. They're to their own obs for now. There's Xtreme Gaming. They bring the numbers top. PYW leading the charge, and Parker, oh, he's a little isolated now. He's caught out with a stun, the silence in, the Aegis pop, the black hole from Frank. Swap out to save those. DY bails out his buddies. PYW and DY both dropping low, and Leo style opening up with Parker's help to get the SF. They got him, and Frank, he holds on to that secondary black hole, even though he did BKB.
Yeah, he did pop the refresher in that hand, but no buyback for SF. Could spell a lane of racks here if they're not careful, but it's so hard to push into the constant chip of an Ember Spirit. It's going to keep spamming that slide.
Yeah, you see, they're giving Parker the cheese at least, as he does go in onto the Nyx. Might have to use the cheese immediately, and there's the black hole.
Perfect.
Catches the two of them. Beautiful from Frank. Paparazzi going to try and slide and throw to jump away. They do get out of there with the Ember Spirit, with a couple of buybacks out of the DP and the Nyx. But it looks like it's Shadows. Parker's the one to lead on out again. He's pinging like 300 range in front of him, saying, I'm going here. I'm moving forward, step by step. Wandering up to high ground, sees old 11. Immediate life break in, and pops his BKB quickly. But in comes Paparazzi, finding that immediate snipe onto the Grimstroke yet again. And old 11, he's perfectly fine. Gets back in, the black hole comes, but Yules is up. He dodges the black hole, and there's the swap. Old 11's out, Frank is down, and Xtreme Gaming, they found all the kills they need so far. Parker, can he escape with a life break to Creeps? The magic missile follows him, and now he's broken and taken down.
No buyback on any of them.
They've got this game in the bag now, it feels like.
Surely.
Game 2. Gonna be taken by them over Infamous. I mean, you buy back on the Grim, but what can you do? You're out of steam at this point.
Yeah, they consider going for tier 4s, but they'll play it safe, get the outer racks first, then maybe think of weigh up their options here. They don't know about the buyback status. They're assuming Husker has buyback. They're maybe thinking Enigma does, knowing that he didn't quite finish the refresher, but at this point you're thinking, well, let's try and force them. Let's try and make a play happen here. Enigma could have, does he really have a refresher plus buyback? That's so much gold that they've got to imagine that they're pretty damn safe here, and hitting tier 4s with no buyback, they've got to start really thinking that this game is now in the bag.
Yeah, they've got to know it. And Infamous, they've got to try and throw everything they can in towards them. They try and get in towards old 11, but they blow up the Grim. They'll find the Lena now too. And they'll tie things up Xtreme, as Michael will be the last one to fall before the GGs come. We're heading to game 3, as all the series before us have gone as well.
You know, today almost ended in disaster for Xtreme Gaming. A last pick Husky. You can see them there. They're not looking very relaxed. That is a
relief.
Yes, relief. You can still almost. I feel like.